Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Bronson's Soapbox. And today I want to talk about Nintendo and the thought, just the thought of them doing third party. Now I'm sure most of you have listened to the Gamecast or heard through some other news source that Nintendo is going to have one game at E3 this year, only one, and it's going to be The Legend of Zelda Wii U or whatever the next one's called, and that the NX is coming out March of next year, and that they're going to have details about it some other time. And it's not going to be at E3. And it seems that every time Nintendo goes silent for a while or doesn't have a bunch of good games for a while, we all get really hopeful, right? Like I remember, we all you look at the Wii U, 2010 was the last big year Nintendo had. Like that's when Mario Galaxy 2 came out, that's when Donkey Kong came out, that's when all these great games came out. And then the Wii U, we thought it was going to have this amazing launch and be this amazing hardware, and they had a really tepid reveal with a really stupid name, and then the games, they came, but they weren't there at launch early on. In fact, the first really great games came in, pretty much October, September, 10, 11 months after the system came out. And the 3DS, while it's going to have a slightly better year, the year for it isn't great either. Which that brings me to what I want to talk about, which was maybe Nintendo should go third party. I've played on Nintendo consoles my entire life. I am a lifelong Nintendo fan. I love Mario. I love Zelda. Metroid's great. Smash is awesome. Paper Mario was always great. The Mario sports games were awesome. But the reality of the situation is Nintendo is losing a lot of money on hardware, on the fact that their hardware doesn't sell, and the fact that hardware is not cheap. Not cheap to manufacture, not cheap to R&D, and Nintendo is a company that likes to innovate, which makes it even more expensive. And and you look at the way some of the games on the Wii U sold. There are 12 to 13 million Wii U's out there. To put that in context, there are 4 times as many PS4s available, and it came out a year later. Also, more context, the Vita is still ahead of the Wii U in sales. So yeah, which okay, what do you do then? Well, what? So, and then you look at their games though, and you look at Splatoon and you look at Mario Kart. Both of those have sold over 6 million units, which is half of the install base. Now you take those games exactly the way they are and just put them on a PS4 or a Xbox One where the install base is twice as big or 4 times as big, and that's in theory you might sell double as many copies, and you don't have to worry about recouping your hardware R&D costs. Nintendo has amazing games. They're probably the strongest game developer out there. They make the best games of anyone, and they have the strongest IP. No one has a stable that's as strong as Mario, Zelda, Smash, Metroid, Animal Crossing. Even their B tier stuff like Star Fox and F-Zero is instantly recognizable. And even as a Nintendo fan, I love Amiibo. I've had every Nintendo console within the first year of them coming out since I was a little kid. But it might be time for them to let go of the hardware business. It's because they still make great games, but when was the last time a piece of Nintendo hardware was mind blowing? It was the Wii, right? And that was and even then, it was kind of janky, and you third parties realistically couldn't make games for it. And then that same process is, it's here again, but with just another system. And like, and I want Nintendo's hardware to do well, but I also think that their fan base is shrinking. You look at the GameCube and you look at the Wii U and how those systems did, and people like to cite the Wii. The Wii was this massive success, but the Wii also got a lot of people who have moved on to smartphones and tablets and online, and that audience isn't there anymore. And I think that Nintendo needs to like sit down and especially look at like how a game, something like Miitomo is doing, and go, our software is great. We have a super strong set of IPs. Like there's no doubt about that. And we have the some of the strongest developers in game development, but our systems just don't sell. And could the NX like be a way around that? Like, could this thing be able to run PS4 games fine and third parties port to it easy, and then like you have all these great Nintendo games with all the great like third parties like Metal Gear and Batman? Yeah, that could happen, but it's not likely to happen. And but who knows? I'm just pitching the idea out there that hey, wouldn't it be rad to be able to play Mario on the same box that you're getting all your PlayStation games or all your Xbox games, or even on PC? Like how rad that would be! Like, hey, I just got done playing a bunch of Blizzard games. I'm gonna go boot up Mario Galaxy 3. Anyway, that's just been my soapbox for the week. I hate to be the guy who rags on Nintendo all the time. It seems I'm doing one of these every couple of months, but that's how it is. Anyway, I'll be back next week with something.